Hi, my name is Barry, and I started off the same as the last take, where I was sipping tea. So I'm replying to the idea of separating the T from the LGB, and I both agree and disagree. I understand that transgenderism and transsexuality are different from sexual orientation, but I feel that a lot of the struggles are similar. Um, and a lot of times, somebody who is transgender or transsexual will have a different attitude towards sexuality than the norm. A lot of transsexual people I know are pansexual, bisexual, and I mean, a lot of them are gay and lesbian, and a lot of them are straight too. But there still is a lot of intersectionality there, and it's an important thing to, they're sometimes the same issues because of the same thing. Um, but there are additional issues, there are different issues, and these issues are important. Personally, I'm a big queer. Um, I'm big into the queer movement, and I feel that everybody should have the right to freedom of expression of gender identity, to freedom of expression of sexual identity, and if that be male, female, other gender identity of masculine, feminine, or other, um, and especially the other. Uh, but uh, but um, I feel that it the banners do not need to be split off. What needs to happen is that we need to get the might of the people who are currently now going for gay marriage and going for the Don't Ask, Don't Tell repeal, which, hey, we won. And we won gay marriage in New York State. I mean, it's like, that's a pretty big chunk. And the dominoes are starting to fall. But we haven't won. And we won't win even after everybody has gay marriage, because there's plenty of gay issues left that people don't think about, but there's plenty of issues about transsexuality. There's huge ones: job discrimination, housing discrimination, and these things. And I find there are a lot of people, transgender, not transgender, who are saying, these things are more important. And what we really need to do is force this on a more global level to be the mission of the LGBT community, is to get things like gender passed. And, I guess it's a lot of the young people. I mean, I just went to school recently, college, and my local LGBTA, generally very, very, very trans friendly. I mean, the president, last president was a trans man, so very trans friendly. And very much in support of gender. I forget what the education bill on the table was. That was against bullying, um, in general, and bisexual orientation and gender identity, and those are big important words. And I feel like that, in schools, employment discrimination and housing discrimination are three big ones that just come off the top of my head. This is what the goals of the movement should be. Um, I mean, it's not like transgender and transsexual issues haven't pushed the movement before. In a way, I think the LGBT movement kind of owes transsexuals the the might of their political machine, whatever that might be. Looking back into the history, into Stonewall, a lot of the people in Stonewall were transvestites, were transsexuals, And, you know, this is what got the movement started, and they were thrown by the wayside for the longest time. And I don't feel like that sentiment of "will come back for you" is usually an honest thing. It's just trying to appease people and get them to fight for your cause without owing them fighting for their cause. And I feel like what the mission and the motto of the LGBT community should be is just no one left behind. And, you know, again, this may be me wanting to make this into sort of the queer community, but I feel like the LGBT community is, you know, currently the forefront and the biggest rights movement now. I mean, who am I to deny that women's rights is not complete? Women's rights is definitely not complete. Um, Racism is still a big issue in America and elsewhere. Um, these are huge issues, and but I feel like the thrust currently is on the LGBT movement for being the progressive one and the one that's really in the currently has the motion in it. And I feel like what the LGBT community should say is, you know what, we're the last. We'll be the last. And not by saying we're the last and no one else can come after us, but by saying we're going to fight for the rights of everyone. Of everyone to have equal rights, and we're going to just say, you know what, we're just going to keep fighting until everybody has equal rights, and we're not going to stop. Um, But I understand the idea of separation, and I mean, how, you know, if a separation does happen, I will be on both sides, um, and fighting with my might for both of them, because they're both very important and close to my heart. I mean, they both involve me. Um, but I feel like the community should be unified, and furthermore, the lesbian, gay, and bisexuals basically owe transsexuals some attention now. They really do. Um, that's just my opinion, and you know, trying to be historically informed. Please, any creative criticisms? Do I witter on too much? I can't believe this is 8 minutes, and I'm going to cut it off right now. Goodbye.